Okay, here is how to cut a mango. Because my wife said, hey, you gotta show how to cut this. Because my friends don't know how to cut a mango. I'm like, well, everybody should know how to cut a mango. We live on an island full of mangoes. This is a Raposa mango, our brand new kind. And the thing about cutting the mango is I like to cut it in wedges so I don't waste anything, because they're very precious now. You can see after I cut this, it's going to be like just basically skin. Skin and a seed. All in sections. Pretty simple. There's always a kind of a flat side to mangoes. So if you find the flat side, you can actually see it on the outside. And if you use it on the outside, then the seed on the inside is flat also. So let's see, in this way, it's like right here. It's a little bit oblong this way. So the seed inside is going to be flat the same way. And that way I can just, whoops, follow the seed along that oblong path. And I like to cut each wedge in half like this because then I can stand it up on edge. If you stand it up on edge and you cut this way through the mango, then you don't bruise it, because this is like really easy to bruise, and there's like really nothing worse than a bruised mango. So I also like to refrigerate them before I cut them because it makes the flesh a little bit more firm. Some of our mangoes here get what they call a jelly spot inside, like right around the seed, and it gets really soft and kind of almost like ew, like rancid, for the particularly ones that are really sweet with a lot of sugar. So you have to kind of watch your mangoes and make sure you're not getting that jelly spot thing. This variety has a little bit of that sometimes, but not super bad. There's some types, like my favorite is called a white peerage, that gets it a lot. So you have to be really careful. You're taking them off the tree when they, still a little bit greenish looking. You can see I cut one side, flipped it over, cut the other side. Just keep cutting wedges. Our dog is sitting here smacking her chops. She really likes mango. Also see that sometimes, like there's a little bit of a clear spot right there. That's where there's like a ton of sugar. So that's when you know a mango's really sweet, is when you see that little clear spot. This kind of mango doesn't ship very well. So if you go to like a grocery store or go to Costco, the mangoes are usually from like Ecuador or Mexico or somewhere, and they basically have to grow these varieties that are really hard and green so that they can ship, which means that they don't have very much sugar, and they tend to be more fibrous, and they don't taste anything like a homegrown mango in Hawaii. Nothing like this. This thing is so loaded with sugar and no strings. We always think about mangoes with that stringy stuff around the seed, and that's really not fun to eat. Gets stuck in your teeth. Yeah. So this variety was made up, I think, by UH a few years ago, and it's like a descendant of what we know as Hayden here. And Hayden was always one of those mangoes that most people had in their yards, but this is a really a much superior variety of it. It's just so much more clean and pure flavor. Sweeter, less string. So I just go down the perimeter on the last one, and then now I've got a pretty clean seed if you want to fillet a few more pieces off of that, or if you want to eat the seed off, which that's what I always do. But all those little extra pieces count, right?